What's up, guys? So a couple people in the comment section been asking me how I managed to grow grass in the backyard when it was all sand before. So in this video I'll be showing how I managed to do that. And even though it's all grass right now, the biggest thing, it took 4 years to get to this point. Well, let's get into the video and go from there. So this is a photo of how it used to look before. And like I said, it was 4 years, and I took little by little, just starting off little section at a time in the backyard. And I'll go through all the steps I took to get it to where it's at right now. So let's come over here. And this is how it all was before. It's all sand. I'm gonna start in this section over here, clean it up, prep this whole area, and then show you how it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead, start tilling this area, but before I start tilling it, I could tell you from experience, if you're gonna start growing grass, if you have like these little bad weeds, I'd recommend you till this section before you start growing. If it's just pure sand like this, then you're fine. But if it's like bush and shrubs like these, I'd say till the whole area before you start. So now you could see my area that I'm gonna be grass seeding is all prepped. And that's it, small sections at a time, and as it starts to grow in, you just continue over to the next side. That's why I started along the edge of where it's already growing, but I know for some of you guys it will be the first time. So start with a small patch and it will make it easier. So when it comes to growing grass in sandy soil, the truth is you're gonna need some topsoil. And whether that's you're gonna get a truck to bring some in or bags at a time, I'll walk through a little bit of that with you guys. So one of my things is every year I always wanted to get a truck to bring in some soil, but everybody's financial situation is different, and the price, I just always found by the time it came around I didn't have the money for it. And then after the pandemic the price increased even way more. So how I started out, and I've done it every single year, I buy bags of soil. And I tell people when they see the whole entire backyard, they thought I brought a truck in and dumped soil, but I tell them this is how I did it. And once I moved from the city, I'll tell you a little story. My coffee addiction became my gardening addiction pretty much. Every day when I was living in the city, I'd spend like $6 at a minimum, $10 some day on just coffee alone. So you do the math. Just at $6 times 5, that's $30 a week. And then times 2, that's $60 every 2 weeks. So for 10 bags of soil, it costs $25 for just 10 bags, and that's how I'll buy my soil little by little throughout the summer months, because I normally start throughout April and finish around August. And that's how I'll buy it little by little every 2 weeks and bring it in from town and spread it around all over the yard. But let's get on over here and let's start spreading some of this soil. So this is what I would call my base layer. I normally don't go too heavy on this layer because it's just to have some good soil down so the grass seeds could be on top of it. And I use 4 bags to do this area. I'll measure it after, but I'm gonna go ahead and start watering this section here, and then put down my layer of grass seeds. But if you enjoy the content or you find it informational, remember to drop a like, and I'm gonna go ahead and start watering this section. And the reason I water first before I put down the grass seeds, it's sand, so it doesn't really retain water at all. So I just want to get it as wet as much as possible before I put the grass seeds down so I don't wash them away. And you can still see there's sand at certain spots. I just spread some good soil, and then I'm going to put the grass seeds down and then cover it again with some more soil. So, grass seeds. So this is just my opinion. None of this is sponsored. When I first started, once again, just like the soil, the grass seed came down to budgeting, and I just buy them based on price point. If I seen it on sale, or if I was in the dollar store, like this one for instance, $3, and I just buy them every so often when I see them in the dollar store. And then this one for $24. But I could tell you this, if you just want to start and budget is an issue, you could always go with these seeds. But over time, what I've noticed, this one is like really my favorite grass seeds over time, and just based on the quality of it, I could see the big difference between these grass seeds and the other one. Like the blades of grass, it's way thicker versus the other brands. I find it's a bit thin and you have a lot of space in between the grass. So I'm gonna go ahead, put down some of these grass seeds and go from there. And before I put my grass seeds down, this is the soil that I'll be putting on top. I already used my spade to kind of just give it a few digs to it so it's more loose. So when you add it on top, it's really loose. I'm gonna go put down these grass seeds now. And I'll just let you see, I only did to about here, and I'm gonna cover it first. Like I said, sections at a time. I don't just spread all the grass seed at once and then it blows away. So I'm gonna cover this section and move my way down. So that's my one section here that I just seeded, covered. I'm gonna come over here now, grass seed this side, repeat, and just continue. So once I'm done, you guys will see how it looks, and I'll go into the next step. Now, that's that whole entire section done. Like I said, I'll measure and see how much square feet this was. I only used 10 bags, So I'm gonna do a measurement. If I don't put it in the video, I'll tag it in the comment. But this now is one of the most important things. Once it's seeded and you layered it with your soil, you want to give it a good watering, and that's why I said the first layer was just the base. You could see it's fully covered, and that's why I did small sections at a time so I could fully go around and cover it properly. But I'm gonna leave a few tips in the video and a few recommendations. I'm just gonna finish watering here and go from there. So important tips. My hand's a bit covered in dirt, but anyways, important tips: watering time. It's very crucial. You don't let your soil dry out, especially once it's just starting to begin. So I always recommend you check the weather and you water in the morning and the evening. That's when I normally water the grass seeds, when it's just beginning. So if I get up and I see the weather is going to be above 25, I like to water that section at least, so at least it's not dried out throughout the day. And then in the night I like to water again, so it's always moist and not dried out. And some of the things I suggest you could have, as you see, I have sprinklers set up throughout the yard. I'd highly recommend setting up a sprinkler, because then it takes away the headache of coming out every day and just remembering to do it. So I have sprinklers set up throughout the sections that I normally start and continue. And another thing you could have, and this is not a sponsored post or anything, I have a timer. You could also put your sprinklers on a timer to go off in the morning and in the afternoon. Like I said, those are the perfect times I find to water it, and then it stays nice and moist throughout the day. So that's the process of how I grew grass in the backyard on top of sand. If you enjoyed the video, remember to drop a like, share if you think it will help someone, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to see the updates. I will be posting the updates in the next 2 weeks once it starts to grow in. So if that's something you want to see, remember to subscribe to the channel. But until next time, take care.